Well, now there has been no adequate rainfall in areas close to hydropower plants, although certain areas in Sri Lanka have received rainfall. Now the question is, will there be another power crisis after this festive season?
Various factions speculate of an energy crisis from the 22nd of April when factories and other workplaces recommence operations following the festive season, with hydropower generation being restricted. A senior officer attached to the Ceylon Electricity Board said 100 megawatts of power would be added to the national grid from 3 private thermal power plants before the end of the month. However, citing concerns on if the supply would meet the demand, the official believes sporadic power cuts would likely be for a lesser period than experienced before. Minister Ravi Karunanayake, speaking to News First, stressed that such a situation would not arise. As one solution to the power crisis, the PUCSL has recommended that generators at private and state institutions that are generally used when there is a power outage be switched on. At state institutions alone, there is a capacity of 200 megawatts. There is also a cabinet decision that has been made on this matter in August 2018. The CEB has been instructed to connect these generators. In addition to this, there are generators that have a total capacity of 1000 megawatts at private institutions. So we can use this power if there is a drought or a breakdown in a power plant as a short-term solution without making long-term agreements. We have recommended that these generators be connected to the system so that they can be used as a short-term solution if and when they are needed. We know that the supply of power was interrupted due to the lack of about 300 to 350 megawatts of power. With the holiday season now, we have a surplus of power, so there is no need to interrupt the supply of power now. The Minister of Power made a statement and also issued a media release that they had entered into an agreement to purchase the 350 megawatts of energy needed from a number of private power plants. If these agreements with the owners of the private power plants are still valid when there is rain in excess in the future and we have a surplus of power, the owners will have to be paid as if the power was actually being used. This is a big problem. Our hope is to provide a continuous supply of power, but the situation is still the same. We know that there was a reduction in the demand for power from the grid. The demand for power will increase again when people start working after the festive season. However, with the steps that have been taken, we are in a position to continuously generate electricity. We made a request during that challenging period in the past to use these generators and make a payment to the owners of these generators as well. We hope that these institutions use their generators to fulfill their power demands.